So, good afternoon. Welcome back to another channel. And this afternoon, I'm going to do my match preview, the game between Newcastle and Norwich at St James's Park on Tuesday. And it's going to be live at Amazon, by the way, as well. So, if you do like my video, please stick a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, this is going to be a monumental week for us because we've got the next 7 days to determine whether we deserve to be in the Premier League. And if we don't get maximum points by the next weekend, then we don't deserve to be in the Premier League. But like I said, it's going to be a monumental week for us. We've got Norwich at home on Tuesday, like I said, and then we're at home against Burnley on Saturday, which I'll show be there. So it's going to be a big week. Newcastle, I know we're still bottom of the table, haven't won a game this season, stuck on 6 points. We're 3 points behind Norwich. We're a better goal scoring record as well, by the way. But the thing is, Norwich won 2 out of the last 5 games. Newcastle haven't won a game, despite having 3 draws in the last 5 games. So we need to turn those draws into wins. And yeah, I've got some comments flying through. I got evening to you, UK Jack. Hope you're okay. And afternoon, John. Brentford beat Everton, by the way, not Chelsea. Brentford beat Everton by a goal to nil. Everton and spot above as well. And the fans are not happy with Rafa Benitez. And hey, John, we'll be all right for the next 2 games. If I can fly in the snow, isn't that bad? Well, I hope you make it, but let's hope it doesn't snow. And if it does snow, then it's going to be a spot above that. But let's hope the snow goes away by the time you get to Newcastle. And all I can say as well, I'll come to Gary Bongo later on, because this guy has been an absolute melt. He really is. He's such an arrogant pundit. But further ado, I mean, my team selection is going to be on Tuesday. My 11, I'm going to play a 4-4-1-1. I'm going to play attacking football as well. And in goal, it's no brainer. I'll go for Martin de Braca. And he's been outstanding yesterday. Made a couple of fantastic saves yesterday. Had it been for him, then Newcastle would have been absolutely rooted. Not only rooted, would have got stuck without this keeper, by the way. I'm just glad he's come back. But why he's not been playing games before that, it's beyond me. Beyond me. But it is now, he's back. And let's hope that he gets some more games. Let's hope he stays in goal until now to the end of the season. So the back's going to be in goal. Now at right back, against no brainer, I'll bring Mancuso back. And he's solid right back, and I think he'll do a job. Badly missed him yesterday. At left back, it's about high time we brought back Jamal Lewis to replace the suspended Matt Ritchie, which, let's be real, has been absolutely shocking. It really is. But definitely gets him back in. He's got to play his first game since a long time. He's put Chiesa in his back pocket for Northern Ireland when he played against Italy. Why is he not playing? What has he done wrong? I'll tell you what, if Jamal Lewis doesn't play, my advice to him is get yourself away and find a new club, Jamal, because you're better than that, mate. You know what I mean? I don't want you sitting on the bench on Newcastle career. I don't want you for that. Yeah? So Jamal Lewis definitely as my left back. And then the 2 centre backs for me, Jamal Lascelles is suspended. For me, are Keith Faber and Sharman. And for me, I think he had a decent game yesterday. That last-ditch tackle, right, where he got rid of the ball before Saka got through, was absolutely immense. So he's one of the best player for me. He's the best defender. He can bring the ball out from the back. It needs to be. And you have to do that a couple more times. So that's 100% there. And alongside him, I'll play Federico Fernandez. And it is what it is. It's got to be those 2. Bite the bullet, get Fernandez back in. I don't know what's going on with him. I just think at the moment in time, he's just not in favour in Newcastle United. It's a shame because he's a decent defender and he works hard for the team. So that's me back 4. Then, 4 across the midfield. On the right side, I'll go with Jacob Murphy. because we are going to need Ronaldo. It's going to put a decent cross in. For me, I think it's the best cross of the ball for our club. So I'll definitely play him on the right-hand side. When he came on, I thought he was decent. And, he's tried hard. Okay, I can't forgive him that miss he had against Watford, but for me, he's no worse. He can't get any worse than playing him. Let's be honest. And then on the left-hand side, I'd go with ASM, definitely, but he needs to fix up. I mean, he was poor yesterday. Let's be real. He's got no end product. Nearly got dispossessed of the ball in the first half. Nearly cost us a goal. But I want a big game from him. I want him to be my man on the match on Tuesday. I would have given him a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't even give him a 10 out of 10. But at the minute, I can't do that because he doesn't want to a 9 or 10 out of 10 at the moment. But this is his stage. This is his game. And he needs to come out and show us that he's got a delivery and a final ball. I back him to score tomorrow, by the way. And in the midfield, I would go with Isaac Hayden and John Joe Shelby. Isaac Hayden, for me, I think he was subbed. The reason he was subbed, we only use him for Tuesday. And he can break up the play against a team like Norwich. I think he should dominate the midfield tomorrow. And let's hope so. And John Joe Shelby, he had a wonderful game in the first half on yesterday. And he's slowly coming back to his best. So that's my midfield 4. I play Miggy as a 10 role, so he can roam about with his driving runs in the midfield. I don't want to see him wide. I want to see him in the middle, taking on the large players. And he's got to start for me because we have really got to go for it. And then up front, I'll go with Callum Wilson. Even though he was poor yesterday, yes, he was frustrated up front, isolated, but my God, he should have scored one of them yesterday, but just hit it instead of going to the ground. Yeah, let's be real about it. So that's my 11. That's Tobacco and goal, Makuo and Lewis of fullbacks, Fabian Shah, Federico Fernandez at the back. The midfield will be Jake Murphy, Isaac Hayden, John Joe Shelby, Alan Maximan, and then Miggy as a 10 role playing behind Callum Wilson. That is my 11. Tell us what you think of that squad. Do you think I'm right? Do you think would you go along with that? Because I'll tell you something, I would. And just go from there. And then I'll drop Joel into the subs bench. So when you do hit the ball long, you can hold up the plate if you can do that. So yeah. Just going through the comments, by the way. I got Carlos here, Everton I meant. And here, John, hope you had a good holiday. And I have the Jules, absolutely amazing. Love Rome, as you well know. And I've got hi David, hope you're okay. Evening Thomas. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing the fans forum tonight at 7 o'clock tonight with me, Jason, Billy, and Chibaz. So please join us for that, 7 o'clock tonight. And it should be fun. And the reason doing it on Sunday is because on Wednesday, Paul's doing his own fans forum. So I'll do it on a Sunday. He does it on a Wednesday this week. And I got good thanks up well to him. Great, absolutely fine. I'm great, Jules. Everyone saying hi to people. Are you up to the tune for either of the next 2 games? I am. I'll come up on Saturday against Burnley. And that's the game we've got a must win as well. Don't expect a goal glut against these 2 teams, by the way. It could end up 0-0. Full husband tomorrow. Yes, I'm on there tomorrow as well. The referee was a joke yesterday. Of course he was. He was absolutely shocking for me. I mean, let's be real. This referee should never, ever officiate in a Premier League game. This guy is absolutely joke. 3 penalties you should have had. Did that? And he just didn't get an out. Probably a corrupt league again. And that's all it is. Crazy. Got Aaron as well. We look much better in that 3-4-3. I think we'll be fine again or against the next 2. Me, I'd rather play 4 at the back. I've had loads of John and Joe Linton jokes already. Save that for tomorrow. Ref is paid by the Prem. The Prem is run by the Dark 6. Yeah, totally agree, mate. And I've got Jack. To be fair, John, we don't know the attitude of players are showing in training to know why they aren't being selected. But anyhow, I know that. I mean, one thing I've noticed yesterday, the players looks a lot fitter. And thank God they gave it a go right to the very, very end. And that's all I want to see. I don't want to see them being knackered. after 50, 60 minutes. That's not what I want to see. They are professional trained athletes. And if you don't train every day, what's going to happen is you're going to be knackered, you're going to get beat. It's as simple as that. I got it on mute, by the way, Thomas. Got it on mute. The ref is Manuel Bella. That's Thomas again. We hope to meet you at the Burnley game. Of course we will. I'll be there. 200%. I'll definitely be there. So, like I said, I mean, Eddie Howe know what he's doing. I mean, I'm sure he's going to tell the players to go out there and just give it a real go. Show us what good players you are. Attack Norwich at every opportunity. I don't think this Norwich team is that good. I really don't. I think the back four is absolutely hopeless. Let's be real. But we need to be asking the questions. I've listened to Ben. Is it? I can't remember, a Chelsea fan. Someone remind us as well. But he's come out and he said that Newcastle United are relegated. Roy Jennings, that's his name, Roy Jennings, Chelsea fan. He's come out on his pod today and he said that Chelsea and Newcastle United are relegated this season and he cannot see a way out of them, way back for them at all whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? And he really stated Matt Ritchie today as well. Good on you, Roy. Good on you, because for me, Matt Ritchie is finished. And again, people say, oh, he works hard himself at a team, blah, blah, blah. But the bottom line is, it's just not been good enough. I mean, look at the second goal again. Look at that second goal. Why was it not Martinelli? It's a joke. That is not how you defend, Matt. Sorry, you just don't do that. And that's why it's players like him, it's going to get us relegated. You look at the back five or the back three, take out Shah, we have got a championship defence. And we got promoted with a championship defence. And this is what happens now. We're bottom of the table because we've got a championship defence. We have not improved the back line for the last 3 or 4 years. And this is what happens, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'll blame that, put that down to Ashley. It's his fault. He's not backing the managers, yeah? Steve Bruce must have told him we need defenders, yeah? That he's so weak to sell it to Ashley. And this is what happens. Do you know what I mean? If we get relegated, right? I heard people say, okay, we get relegated, it could be the best for the club, it could be good for the club, yeah? But the players like Lascelles, players like Kieran Clark, well, he'd be out of contract at the end of the season anyway, good. People like Matt Ritchie, Shelby, Joe Linton are on high wage. I mean, Joe Linton's on £86,000 a week, yeah? It's age to turn to him and say, look, stay in Newcastle, no one else ain't going to pay that sort of money. We're being mugged off, yeah? I mean, you're going to pay bang average players huge amounts of money per week and just playing the championship. No, get rid of them. Get shot of them. Do you know what I mean? Get rid of the players in January who are not good enough to play for Newcastle United. I can do about 7 or 8, yeah? And if that means replacing them, yeah, do it. Because let's be real, I watched it yesterday and our back line is a joke. It really, really is. I'm sorry, but we are where we are. And this has been happening for years and years and years. And now it's caught up with us because we are simply not good enough. And having a pre-season friendly, a poor pre-season friendly, done this as well. I've got truths as well. One thing I would say to the players, if you don't try, you are out. And I'll go to the U23s if I have to. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, under 23s, okay, they've lost a lot of games. But one thing I will say, they will give the room. It's as simple as that. Why? Because they will try. It's as simple as that. And I got Abby. By the way, Abby, thanks for the lovely comment you sent us last week. I've done a press conference reaction from Bristol Airport. I thought that's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I actually had 1 or 2 people came up to us after and say, you've done a grand job there. We listened to you, as you know. I met an American, by the way, and in Rome. He subscribed to my channel for Los Angeles. So big up to him. Yeah. So, going to be comments, Abby, as well. If we win the next 2 games, people suddenly say we can stay up. Next 2 games are critical. Abby, you're absolutely right, Pet. It's so right. We have got to win as many games as we can. Yeah. But the problem is, we'll probably win the next 2 games. The team above us could be Burnley, Leeds, Watford could win the next 2 games. And then what can we say about that? Hello, mate. It's still early, but we need to beat Norwich and Burnley. 200%. 200% there. And I got Mark Ivy, John. What did you make of Ryan Fierce against Arsenal yesterday? I think he is costing the ball a lot more, but he needs to find Callum Wilson with the right delivery. Do you agree? Yeah, he needs to. But also, I want to see him get forward more. But yesterday, he didn't do that much, did he? Do you know what I mean? Didn't do that much at all whatsoever. But he is not a right wing back, Mark. That is the thing. He is a winger that crosses the ball. I want to see him play on the wing, preferably on the left side of midfield, because that's where he's made his name. But unfortunately, this is what I was saying. I mean, play face on the left, it needs to be. But ASM's got that spot. Yeah, let's play ASM as a 10 role. And then maybe just play Jacob Murphy on the right-hand side. So just missing a lot of comments here, by the way, but I'm just going to go through them a second. So I read Mark's comment saying, got Maggot as well. What did Mancuso do wrong? For me, I think they're saving him for Tuesday's game. And I think you're going to probably need him on Tuesday, by the way. Scrap the feet at the back. Just play a flat back four. That's what I do. Because we're not winning games with feet at the back. But I've got to trust Eddie. I've got to believe in him, by the way. So, yeah. So, for me, Mancuso's done that wrong. I think he's one of the best right backs we've got. And he defends well. He actually defends properly. Yeah, and he actually gets forward where he needs to be. So, I've got the hi, John. Hi, Ryan. Hope you're okay, mate. IDK, right? Fernandez and Mancuso can play on using our best starting 11. We're playing players that aren't good enough, yeah? Or maybe they're playing to put them in the shop window for the January window. Still not good enough. Did you ruin that American woman in Rome? No, I did not. I spoke to her for about 10, 15 minutes sort of thing. She's just amazing. She's from Florida. But I did not ruin her at all whatsoever. So don't accuse us on that, Dublin, or I see my lawyer. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. And I got tools as well. If you play like we did yesterday, we are down. There's no doubt. But if the players pick themselves up, we might make it. Yeah, we've got to start making it now. We've got to start winning games now. That's what we've got to do. Simple as that. Jones beef with Fernandez, obviously, it's bigger than the club. Thanks, Jones. I'm sorry to say the rest of that, by the way. And Kieran, I don't think Eddie has the players to technically outdo the teams like Arsenal. The team just isn't good enough. Different owners, different manager, but the same team. In fact, if that's the case, right, I'll get rid of the players who just cannot fit into Eddie's philosophy, right? Because these players are simply not good enough. Yeah, all it is just hoof the ball along on the Steve Boost every single time. And what you can do, you can learn technique, you can improve the fitness. And you can do other things as well, but you can't improve their talent. That is down to them. Do you know what I mean? It's up to them. They're the ones got to pick it up and get it right. So it's all down to them. I got to stand to you. Big up to you, my guy. Welcome to the court. I mean, John, any idea why Miguel Almiron does not appear a smile anymore? Do you think you no longer enjoy playing for Newcastle? My personal opinion, I think you might want to wear. You might want to cop out in January and play in Spain. Do you know what I mean? Probably the Premier League doesn't fancy him anymore. Do you know what I mean? But under Steve Bruce, I could totally understand. But you need to give Eddie a chance. Who knows? He might come back in the team and be successful. But I want to see him back the way he was under Rafa Benitez, by the way. Oh, he's in trouble, by the way, Rafa. They got beat, didn't they, today? And Everton fans are not very, very happy at all whatsoever. I'd love to get an Everton fan coming on and tell us why. It's just not happening. Do you know what I mean? But Everton fans need to understand, give Rafa time. He's only brought in 2 players. I'm sure that Rafa will be spending lots of money when the time is correct. Farrell Jones, we need to get out all the drops that Bruce and Ashley got in. Yep, I totally agree. I mean, Graham Jones, good coach, but we'll see. Okay, you expected that. Of course I did. He was up on a charge, don't you, mate? He was up on a charge. He ain't gonna have any time soon. So I got can you do us a little ladies? Maybe tomorrow night. Not today. Tomorrow, obviously it's the Horseman show, so I'll be here. It's a get in. So it's back on the road, but this time it's on Billy's show. I think it's on Billy's channel or Bass's channel, whatever it is. It's the World of Sports channel, by the way. So big up to these two. Get them to subscribe. They're big guys, and big up to them. I want to talk about Bangalore, by the way. I don't know what shot is coming out and say, right? But I was absolutely fuming at the end of the day. You can't come out and comments like that. He's basically saying that if you had a choice to join in Newcastle for 40,000 and join Brentford for 30,000 a week, you'd rather go to Brentford. What an absolute muppet. Turn it in, Gabby, man. You're talking shite. You really, really are. Do you know what I mean? So you dissing Newcastle, yeah, as a city, as a town, and great people, yeah? You lived in Birmingham all your life, pal. What do you know about Newcastle United? What do you know about City Newcastle? I lived there. You haven't, yeah? Newcastle is one of the world's best city, right? Okay, it might not be in a league as Rome, Milan, Naples sort of thing, but listen, Newcastle, for me, is the best city in the country. Let's be real, it's got everything. It's friendly people, warm people. It's got lovely beaches along the coastline, Northumberland is absolutely spot on. You know, you can go into any shops and that and they make you welcome, you know. But Gabby is an absolute muppet. And I hope he's listening, man. I mean, Gabby, if you're listening, mate, and you want to come on my show, explain yourself, man. And as for Lindsay Hipgrave, right, I've got massive respect for Lindsay, right? But how is she allowed Gabby to speak like that? And she's a Newcastle fan. She should have ripped him apart. It's as simple as that. But no, she just sat there and just accepting all this. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle is a huge city. It's a fantastic city. But the bottom line is, let's be real, Gabby needs to keep his mouth shut because he's just getting embarrassing himself, yeah? He is an absolute prick, and I'm sorry, but just sack him off, man. Sack him off because, you know, he should be banned for talking about Newcastle, yeah? And this is the pundit that is bigging up Steve Bruce, saying he's done a wonderful job. He's not the only one. He is an absolute, oh man, I can't go on about him sort of thing, yeah? But tell us what you think about Gabby as a pundit and the way he's having a go at Newcastle, right? Saying that, basically saying he'd rather go to Brentford or the person join Brentford. They don't want to live in Newcastle, yeah? Try telling that to Ron Barton, Gary Speed, Andy Cole, Peter Beardsley, right? You know? And I tell you, I'll get egg on your face, mate. I expect complaints on it, by the way. But then again, Talk Sport, right, wants all the pundits to ride for Newcastle fans. Let's be real. I haven't read the comments there, by the way. Sel Miggy, he doesn't seem to be able to get his roof back. That's from Truls. Against Brentford, Shelby never passes backwards. Against Arsenal, at least 50% went back. Sums it. Yeah, if you do beat Norwich next week, and then we can surely improve massively in areas which are weak points right now. The team needs to complete revamp from top to bottom. War defense is war weak spot. Mark, I totally agree, mate. We haven't improved for the last year. It needs improving in January. Otherwise, with this back five or back three or even back four, we are done. We just didn't have the answer against Arsenal. It's still early days to give any time. Gabby is a muppet saying that people would rather go to Brentford. Yeah? To chat up Natalie Sawyer, by the way. She's a Brentford fan as well. Do you know what I mean? She must be laughing something. She, you know, big up to Natalie Sawyer. She's a very good pundit. She's a very good presenter as well, by the way. I've got plenty of time for Natalie Sawyer, by the way. Let's be honest. So, and I've got Kieran again. We just didn't have an answer against Arsenal. I read that. You know what I mean? We're supposed to ask Arsenal the questions because they got beat last week, hammered by 4-0. And we just haven't done it. Hit the like button. Ryan, big up to my guy. Thank you. If I was her, I would not let him talk like that. Kieran, I totally agree. Should have cut him off and just say, look, take a break. Do you know what I mean? Fans don't want to hear that. And Gabby is a typical useless talk shite tosser. Well done to you, Abby. Well done to you, pet. Honestly, well done to you. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. I just think what you said there's actually spot on. I mean, this guy, he doesn't really like Newcastle United, doesn't he? Yeah? Just as well he didn't play 10 years ago. Fans wouldn't let him know about it. I got curious. I watched it before. Sick of these pundits, commentators, also slated our club and City. They need to do one. Yep, totally agree. Look at Jamie O'Hara. He's another one as well, by the way. Big up Steve Bruce and big up our fans saying he's doing a great job. Where is he now? I mean, there's about 10 jobs being linked, 10 jobs vacant, and Steve Bruce wasn't even mentioned once, by the way. Surprised Cameron wasn't snapped up before now. He's a decent midfielder, he really is. But expect 10 bookers a game from this guy. Do you know what I mean? I think he's a talent. I think he's going to go somewhere. Two others I like as well. I really like Max Owens as well. He is absolutely fantastic. He's a brilliant right back as well. Playing for playing for for a struggling side. Don't expect him to be at Norwich next season, by the way, because if they get relegated, then he'll be off like a shot as well, because he is a cracking right back. Let's be real, I'd rather take Max Arons all day long. You know what I mean? I'd take him at Newcastle. You know what I mean? I mean, whether they get the money for it, I don't know. I mean, they're rating what, 30 million? I'm not sure they're going to get that now. Let's be real. And they've got Jack. So the only thing Newcastle doesn't have that Manchester and Liverpool do is incessant rain. That is it. That's very true. Simon Jordan has been so wrong with things lately. It's fun to see him predict. Yeah. He's gone quiet for Newcastle. He probably have plenty to say tomorrow, sort of thing, because he probably told Anton instead of being relegated, by the way. I told someone a day that we need to get 6 points on our next 2 games. I was told that I shouldn't be worried. Yes, there are loads of games left. The illusion brings to mind. Look at the games got after that, though. That's all I would have said. Look at the next 4 or 5 games got after that. How many points going to pick up from those games? We'll see. Would anyone trade Eddie for Rafa? No, not at all. Not at all. That's good. It's out there. The question's out there by Ryan. But for me, Ryan, no, I keep Eddie all day long. Like our billions, with our billions, we would even invest in a mediocre. Start again. Like with our billions, we would be even interested in mediocre players like Gabby. He can solid to Brentford. That's his level, by the way, if he's going to be around the year. Thought they would not want him either. They tend to where they go, by the way. Stick to punditry, but don't mention Newcastle. Yeah? I mean, this guy is an absolute muppet. Where's Chiesa? Well, Juve lost yesterday, didn't they? Sort of thing. I watched him last week at Lazio, by the way. He was decent. Rafa's had his day, in my opinion. That's from Geordie. And would we take Rafa as director of football? Director of football? Yes. Manager? Probably not now. Probably not now. Need more people on these talk shows and commentators that won't put up people slating Newcastle. Sick of listening to them. They are ridiculous. Yes, Kieran. Thank you. Hey, Geordie. Effin saying hi, definitely. I take Rafa as director of football and not manager. I got Mark. Gabby is a complete miserable pundit. He is jealous about your club because we are rich, and even though we are having a bad season with the start we've had, ignore Simon Jordan and Danny Murphy. The latter's just as poor as well. 27 people watching live. Do slap the likes on as well. Do subscribe as well. And you won't get far wrong. I'd take Rafa in a heartbeat. That's from Ryan. We really want to come to a different matter, but we've got Eddie now. If I'm honest now, we need to move away from Rafa sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But I can't see leaving Everton anytime soon. And I don't think they're sacking either. And I've got Everton followers as well. That's the last I'll speak to, called Mare. And she's an avid Everton fan. I'll be talking to her later on a DM and get her thoughts as well. Keep Eddie. Rafa's too negative for a big club. That's an Abigail. Love Rafa the bits, but I have to see us past him. Now, I like Eddie. We need to stick with him. Totally agree. They get paid to criticise. Don't worry about it. That's from Ian. Ian, don't worry. I'll be having to start your kit, by the way. Let's be real. And then I got Dublin. No, that's talk shite for a reason. I mean, Alan Brazil, I respect him. I do respect Alan Brazil. But he needs to be careful about talking about Newcastle as well, saying that Steve has done a good job. But, excuse me, he's one of the better percenters, by the way. I don't know if anyone's going to agree with us at Alan Brazil, but he can go on for the next 15 years. He is superb, by the way. Need dump back 4 again. I take Dummett all day long. I think he's a decent defender, him. So underrated, but he doesn't get a lot of credit that he should be getting. But listen, I take him all day long. But the January window's coming up soon. I spoke to someone today, and he reckons that no one ain't going to come to Newcastle if they're bottom of the table. But it is absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. And according to the Daily Star, I'm looking at it now, you're not going to believe this, right? This is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Luka Modric could be set to a surprise Premier League return, whereas Real Madrid deal expires next summer. The guy will be 37, by the way, yeah? And surprise, surprise, he's going to reject Newcastle, but he's to move to Manchester City. I think Pepper, another 37-year-old, I'm not saying it's past its best, but one thing I will say, that Luka Modric has still got it. He is such a superb player, 100%. I swear, brilliant player, him, and he still is. There's some pundits I respect, but the rest are just gobshites looking for reactions from our fan base. It's hard to ignore, but we just can't forgive what they say. I love Rabat. You're always welcome to Newcastle. He'll probably even get a bigger welcome when he play Everton. But Eddie is the future. Everyone needs to get behind him. I'm behind Eddie Howe. He's my manager, my guy. Rafa was negative. He's just playing when we had to their strengths. He didn't get a bat or a chance to bring in attacking players. That's from Dublin. Obviously, he wants Rafa back. Dubbett's back in December. That's great news. 100% behind Eddie. Only a few weeks on the job, and we're already a lot better. But we need quality and effort in January window. Are they going to come to Newcastle? That is the thing. And if we do, we've got to get Premier League players. That's what we need to get. On me. The blood then, haven't I? And big up to my guy Ian. I mean, he does talk sense. Everton not doing so well. Yeah, totally agree down in the spot above. I think they only won 2 games, haven't they? Said 2 wins, some 8 or something like that. Wow. We'll see what players Eddie can attract come January, and where he spends money, he spends badly. We need defence. That's what we need. And then we got 600 million spent, I think. That's through Everton. Since Vashuri. That's a lot of money, by the way. What has he won from it? He has won a trophy, not a tin pot. Hi, John. Don't go upset Annie today, and his team lost 2-0 today. I promise I won't. I love Annie, by the way. Don't forget, he was almost the first channel that he came on to, by the way. And he was absolutely talented. He's a talent. Richest club in the world is going down. And that's from a Crystal Palace fan. So, John, if Eddie takes Newcastle down, that's on him and his staff. Then charged with 27 games. No, it's not. The mess was created way before that. Way before that. So, it's not going to be Eddie's fault. That's down to Ashley and Booth. Sarah Gortis yesterday saying that take Booth out of it, it's all Ashley. No, it's Booth as well. No, I'm happy with Eddie, but just when people calling Rafa negative are being daft. Each to their own. It can't be rock bottom come jam. You need to show some fight and character for players to come. Listen, if you go down relegated, right, and show some fight, cool. I take that. But I don't want to be whimpers. Not for my football club. Nah. I think Pookie and Cantwell are the main players for Norwich who love to attack. I'm pretty sure Tink will get a good reception with Newcastle fans. Even though he plays in Norwich, that is as good as he's going to get. I got my guy Lee's Rome wasn't built in the day. Well, it's going to have to get some more staff and build it again, haven't we? Not a chance, Ginger. The damage is already done. Yeah, totally agree. Do smash the likes up, by the way. I did have 32 earlier on. Abby included. And, you know, she's amazing. Do follow her on Twitter. I don't think she's on social media, sort of. I think she is, you know. But check her out. She's absolutely amazing. It's like saying, here's a giant pile of crap. If you can't club in a certain amount of time, it's your fault. Yeah? Eddie Howe has got no blame for this. This is not his players. Yeah? His players will come in January. Yeah? I tell you what, my man having, people's going to laugh at this, so I'm going to mention his name. I mean, they're talking about Steve Cook from Bournemouth, but he's not going to leave Bournemouth to come to Newcastle just yet. There's no way. Absolutely no way. In the summer, maybe, but probably not. But we could do better than Steve Cook. We need someone who's got to know what they're doing. Not a chance. I read that. I got Ian Mack. It's like saying, I read that as well. Do subscribe. Do smash the likes up. And do subscribe if you already knew. Gabby Obongo, you're not including me yet because you are a disgrace, by the way. So I'll tell you what I've got coming on later. I mean, I'm back at 7 o'clock to do a fans forum. So please join us for that. And then on Monday, I'll do the press conference reaction. I think it's going to be around about 6:45 to 7 o'clock. So please join us for that as well. See what Eddie's come out and say for the most important game of the season against Norwich. Yeah. And now I'm on the Horseman show around 8 o'clock. And on Tuesday, I'm doing a watch along. I did say yesterday I might not do the watch along. The whole if Paul's going to do it, so I love Paul a bit, yeah. But if he's doing it, then I'm not sure I'm going to do it. But I was told to keep doing it, man. Because at the end of the day, you know, I'm doing okay. So I've got Ashley and Boost made this mess. Eddie House trying to fix it. The squad he's got. And then Jim said, bullshit. Sorry, every match is responsible for the actions. Eddie Howe is responsible for the season. 11 games, don't make a season and stop blaming Ashley. Those players caused this. Okay, fair enough. If Bruce Ashley, the players, and 14 neglect, how is not Howell's fault? I think we don't win Norwich. Pressure will come on people. Will come on people who broke before and got relegated. Eddie could be a quick appointment. That's Ryan. I got tools as well. As it's up to the players to show up and do their jobs. Something will happen if they don't. We've got to prove we get players in January. We have to. We have to. And then June says, collective effort. You may as well blame the tea lady if you're going down that line. And do these people forget that these owners have a club that has potential to be giants that's been neglected by Ashley for 8 years and now it's all showing Kieran? Good point. Good point. Yeah. Would love Eddie to give a youngster a chance, i.e., Elliot Anderson. I take him, right? Why not? Take him on. If Eddie hasn't built a squad, it's not his fault, Ginger. If Eddie had a few windows we can wear like this, then yes, it would be his fault, yeah. It depends if the player comes in. And they got the right players at the right time. I got my guy in a cup, my guy Paul. How are you doing, my guy, with your care? And he's giving a bit of advice as well, which I think is good. Keep doing your shows, John. Doesn't matter who else does them. If you enjoy doing them, keep doing them. I have to agree with Paul, by the way. Definitely agree with him 100% there. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But he's a top guy. And by the way, Paul, well done yesterday on your watch along. Very impressive. Big up to you, mate. Appreciate that, man. And good job as well. He's got 6,000 subscribers, by the way, over that. Big up to him. Just to remind you of Sheffield United when they got off to a bad start and stayed there throughout the season, even though they didn't have the mega readies that we have now at our disposal. It does in a way, because if you don't spend money, you only bought one player in Willock, and that's it. Oh, and by the way, we badly missed Sean, by the way, at the back. Definitely missed him. He's Eddie Howe's player, by the way. Did you not spend 130 million in 2 seasons? Stop blaming Ashley. That's from Ginger. And what happens on the pitch? That is the manager's fault, and honestly, the player's fault. The players need to take the blame as well, by the way, because they are professional players. They're just not doing the job at all whatsoever, sort of thing. Paul's going to the game on Tuesday night, so he won't be doing a watch-along, John, mate. That's from Gary. Thanks a lot, mate. Thank you very much. And in my opinion, Eddie looks defeated already. I'm not sure, man. I think he's enjoying the job, but he needs proper money. He needs proper backing, let's be real, because you can't blame Eddie Howe. He's only just joined the club. And listen, he's not going to do an Antonio Conte style rant. Come on and see it after 3 weeks. We can all see the problem at the club already, sort of thing. It needs sorting out. He knew this before he came through the door, and he will sort it out. He needs to be backed. Ginger and Howe's had 2 matches. Can't judge him in announcement. It's true. I'm going to Leicester away and Liverpool away. So watch alongs. I still need a buddy. Thanks so much indeed, my guy. And it looks I may not go against Man City, but I'm going against Burnley though next week. So I'll be definitely doing that. But it has to be done. Seeing Eddie's after defeat and he isn't inspiring me. That's for Ryan. Oh, fair enough. Effing should have won, by the way. We did spend 130 million as Bruce's fault, and actually for not putting enough in, but it's the players' fault as well. That's from Dublin. Your videos and streams are great, John. Keep doing them. Thanks, Kian, mate. Sure the love, mate. Sure the love. Thanks very much. Imagine judging a manager after 2 games. It's like being in Serie A, sort of thing. You know, I know a manager got sacked after 1 game. You know what I mean? I can remember back in 1993-94 season, Gigi Radici, he used to manage Fiorentina. He joined Cagliari on a 4-year deal, right? Goes in there, got beat 5-2, and then he got sacked after just 1 game. And then Cagliari said he made a mistake of appointing him in the first place. Could you believe that? He was on a lot of money as well that day. Wow. He took him to court as well. Not a wise move. John, people say support the team. Does that work both ways? Those players all need to leave and get a rotty gone if needed to be cut out. Thing is, we support the team. I totally agree, but the players got to do the same, Ginger. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Totally agree. They've got to show it as well. We do our bit. We travel the left of the country, right? The players got to show us the same. We're the relegation dogfight. We're in big, big trouble, man. And until they fix up very, very quickly, we are going to go down. Let's be real. Eddie's just had COVID. He was a bit knackered from that as well. Yeah. I'm just going to go back up a second. That's a good point there, by the way, Jules. Whilst Howe listened to Jones and his bad judgment on Fernandes, is he making beef bigger than the club? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but someone's got to come out and say something very, very quickly regarding Federico Fernandez, because it's gone all quiet. Heard different stories. His legs is gone and he could be off in January. Do you know? If that is the case, that's not good. Better on call is if they're on the players, Ginger, they need to step up, and their fans, club, and the manager. Ashley was to blame for appointing Bruce as useless, amongst many other things. Yeah, totally agree, Abigail. Listen, let's be real. I'm going to say that I never wanted him at Newcastle, and we paid 4 million Sheffield Wednesday, the price of Maria, to come to Newcastle, and he's milking at 8 million quid after that sacking. He's laughing at us. He is laughing at us. But who flipping cares? You know what I mean? Paul's got something to say in a minute, so he's not a very happy bunny. There you go. People need to cut Eddie some slack. We held Arsenal 50 minutes and it took 2 special goals, and we're stuck with an unfit championship team. We are a championship team, mate. Really, really are. I want a complete and utter overhaul in January. That's what I want to see. The player do need to step up. Eddie has a real hard job, but at least had the bottle to take him. Whatever happens, get behind him. I'm behind this guy. I was behind him from day number one, walk for the door. Even though I love Newcastle, but there were a decent game on Friday between Gateshead and Charlton at the International Stadium in the FA Cup, which is on ITV, and it is a big test for the Heat. It's going to be tough, but I hope Gateshead do it. I really, really do. Let's hope Matt Williamson and the lads get them to the 3rd round for the first time. I think it's the first time for quite a long time. Could be wrong. Can't believe I actually saw people tweeting Eddie Uch yesterday. These people are not proper supporters. He will be successful for the long term, even if we go down. Well done, mate. Brilliant comment. Just take heed for that tweet about that comment, by the way, from Paul. He's absolutely bang on the money. I mean, I'm right behind this guy. I mean, John, Newcastle scored down on the how, that is on him. We can't blame other managers based on results. There's a lot to learn, to lean room in the manager. It's not his team, Ginger. It is not his team. It's not. It's Steve Bruce's team. He's come in, unless he rip up the squad and start again, then this is not his team. Simple as that. And okay, if that's your point, that's your point. They have to lead everything on the pitch. Yep, it's true. Jules is just recovered. We named Coleman. He's just recovered from COVID as well, by the way. Going through these, he had the same team Bruce had. There's 3 good players. We had, but the defense is shocking, absolutely shocking. We could see 29 flipping goals this season. We could see 62 last season, 58 before that, then 47, 45 respectively. We're going to see more than 60 goals unless we fix up that defense very, very quickly. Mate had a 3 hits at the season until he's a couple of windows to make his team. He needs a couple of windows, by the way. He needs a couple of windows. I agree. How we need months to be judged, not 2 games in muppets. Yeah, I agree. And then Paul, just because someone has opinions don't mean there's not supporters. That's ridiculous. And I've got my guy Dean from New Zealand. Hope you're here, mate. And good morning, John. Really worried we are going down. January will be so important. It's going to be huge for the future of the football club. I totally agree. Hope you're okay, Dean. And New Zealand's going to be great. It's your summer as well. Nice and hot in New Zealand, by the way. Mr. Atwell thoughts this was his man. That was a VAR referee where Longstaff got kicked in the face. Yeah, he's the worst referee at Newcastle. And Mike Reed, by the way. Bruce for Man U. Let's give the pundits what they want, yeah? Thank you, so spot on Paul. Doesn't matter, Guardiola as manager. These players are not good enough, and Hull needs time to adjust things. 14-year crap can be changed in a few months. In Eddie we trust. Yeah, my guy, brilliant. And David Hudson would probably say the same thing as well, because I spoke to him about a month ago, and he said exactly the same thing. It's going to take around 3 or 4 years to get back to where you want to be. Let's start up in Bruce here and get the Man U. Yeah, it's not going to happen, I'm afraid. Ralph is going there, by the way. James Random Merchant. The reality is Bruce or Eddie. We couldn't tell differently on Arsenal. People have the right to see it. He is not good. And he said he likes attacking football. Yeah, we had a goal yesterday, but I thought we were poor. People are talking like we were relegated. It was ridiculous. 2 wins the next 2 games, and we're out the bottom 3. Calm the F down, Ian. Totally agree. 2 wins could change the whole thing. Based on history for the situation, rather than getting relegated. But with these owners and manager, we have the best chance possible to claw our way back to survival. We've got to start fighting and get some points on the board. Not over yet, but we've got to start fixing it up. Not even Man U's owners are stupid enough to think of boost, let alone point the cabbage. Oh, man. Unbelievable. You're right, by the way. And then we were lucky not to get relegated last season. Well, that's because the teams below us just wasn't good enough at all whatsoever. And we relied too much on the backers one that saved. Well, if you're going to do overtime, I hate to say this, our defence is poor. And then it's only 2 games, already saw an improvement against Brentford. Also wasn't great, but how was it even at the training last week? This week, we have 2 huge games. We need to be all behind the team. Yeah, totally agree. Eddie's had 2 games for FFS. You can't compare them with Bruce. Totally stupid. Abby, again. I've run out of applauders for you, by the way. Do you reckon Buki had 1 season wonder? Or there's a good striker there? He's a decent striker, by the way. You know, he does score goals. Give him that chance, he'll score. But is he a Premier League player? I think he's in between for me. If it wasn't for Willock scoring last season, he probably would have went down. Then the danger signs has been shown for a while. The thing is, though, you look at it, right? I mean, you've got championship players, right? And some just have to perform. And we are where we are. But there's still time. We can still fix things and start on Tuesday, or just say one at a time, or game at a time. We'll see. If that's the problem. If opinion is the popular one, you are a troll or non-supporter. Sorry, totally disagree with this. Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, I mean, at this moment in time, I've got Abby as well, by the way. If an opinion is stupid, then it's stupid, and judging half the 2 games is stupid. Totally agree. I mean, I'll agree with Paul as well, by the way. We've got to get behind Eddie. I mean, 2 games and everyone's having a go. Excuse me. Just give the guy a chance. I mean, just come here and just go from there. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, it's just a boxing ring, isn't it? I'm a referee, man. Do you know what I mean? But it looks like I've got like an Eddie in, howling, howl out, by the way. Listen, I'm howling all day long. It really, really is. Comment, Ryan. People wonder how we've had 2 games ridiculous, and yep, that'll be discussed later on. Like, I'm sure it's a stupid question, Ryan. How has he even had time to proper train the players? He's had COVID for a week, and he's just come back and just excuse me. And the one thing I love about Eddie Howe is pointing players where to go, where to be, and that's what I love to see as a manager. Someone's get up, point. I'm big up to him for saying that. Do you know what I mean? I haven't formed an opinion. People have the right to see what they think. I'm very, very worried now, mate. Don't be worried, mate, because let's be real, because there's still a lot of points to play for. You can't give up after like 6 months of football. Do you know what I mean? But got to get behind the team. I can see good signs there. The players don't look like that sort of thing. Boom. There we go. We have the right to call it stupid too. Bosh! Yes, Abby. You go, girl. I've said you look defeated, and I'm defending guys' own opinion. I read these comments, by the way, in the G and the Stotty crew. Yes, baby. I'm going to come to Newcastle next Saturday and have a Stotty cake. It's about opinions, and we'll have to agree or disagree, but let's keep it there. That's true. You know, that's not box sort of thing, like, you know. I love boxing, by the way, and as well, so let's not have a ding dong. Not on my channel anyway, but it's good. I've got 30 people watching live, by the way. Do subscribe and do keep those comments coming through. I've got to stay on for another 10 minutes or so I'll get prepared for the fans forum. It's an early one, and neat like, and got some more comments flying through the roof there. And How's in for sure. Good man. Get behind him. I understand the fans that feel you wanted the right choice of manager, for where we want to right now and where we need to survive. But he's here now, so let's pray for a miracle. Totally agree. Yeah, that's a good comment. Yeah, I don't want like an Antonio Conte start covering the sale after 3 weeks late in the club already. Sort of. Has anyone heard that, by the way? Unbelievable. I mean, he must have known what's going on at the club. You know what I mean? Yes, he looked defeated because he lost the body game, not because he's given up. Listen, end of the day, you're right, Paul. Flat is earth, there's an opinion. One of the reasons Eddie got the job, man, to say he's not afraid of relegation, so the owners know the state of the club is in and won't be an overnight fix. Yeah, we get relegated. He's the right man to fix us up. Opinions are like arseholes. We have one, doesn't mean we can question them. It's nonsense, but it's an opinion. It's an opinion, right? True. I don't know how anyone can judge Eddie just yet. He hasn't even had a study, and yeah, people are judging him. Yeah, unbelievable. Our fan base, man. Our fan base. Okay, so that's right. They look defeated. Each to their own. Flat Earth is more sensible than judging how after 2 games. One of those games against one of the better games. By the way, I'll be doing the watch along on Tuesday. I'll be here at around about 7:15 with the team news. I would love to. I'd love to get Paul on, but he's at the match as well. So it is what it is. Go and enjoy yourself. Did I read Abby's comments? Yeah, I did. Well, it's just come out from Corwitz. It's probably a bit knackered because of that. It's true. Weather has to be awful here at the minute. Just come out on a 39-hour power cut. Meant to be snow soon. Bloody hell. There's no snow in Bristol yet. One thing I will say, we don't want any at all whatsoever. So let's hope there's no snow on Saturday. Otherwise, the chances of me coming up, it's going to be tough. Yeah, totally agree. Paul on Jules. Martin de Backer, most important saves yesterday, my man in the match. And some of them reminded me of Shea Given when he was in his prime as a goalkeeper. I think ASM will cause chaos next week, or ASM starting on Tuesday. Because we need him back to his best on Tuesday. It's as simple as that. Yeah. But again, I mean, I think Gabby Abominable should be sacked from TalkSport, by the way. He's an absolute mono in a bellend. So the sooner he gets that TalkSport, the better. Let's be real. I'm just going to plug this in a second, by the way. So I don't know what I've done here. I should have published it this channel, by the way, but there you go, I'll publish it now, sort of thing. There you go. He'd probably be working himself in harder because they've not been able to be with the players. I'll tell you what, his work rate is fantastic and his training is awesome as well. But you might see a better team is on Tuesday. Now I've got to smash the like button harder than we smash Norwich 4-1 to us. Yay! Smash them, like, you know. We did an early goal and then the calms on us a wee bit. Was nobody really expecting us to go Arsenal and win? We could have had a goal. We could have asked the question, but we didn't do enough. That is the thing. How much stick did Kinnear and Carver boost or get as part of their job? Eddie says to attack people, has opinions, that is all. That's mental. And yeah. And I've got a question for Kendall. Are you still going to be on 4 Horsemen? I am indeed, mate. Of course I am. It's going to be fantastic tomorrow. I want 500 people watching that show tomorrow. I need very good impression, by the way. We probably need new players to see a real improvement, or even that our hands are a bit tied with our position. That is the thing. That is the thing. And you have some snow in Nottingham, John, mate. Wow, be careful out there, my guy. Please be careful. Like, if wherever you are, if you're in the snow, please be careful, yeah? And please drive carefully as well, because I want you to be home, safe, and well. I've got Paul as well. Paul, man, thanks for your donation, mate. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Love you, bro. Keep smashing it. Thank you very much indeed. And really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I will do the same as well pretty soon as well. And if you beat Norwich and Burnley, I would personally buy Eddie or the Stotties in Newcastle. Kieran, you do that, my guy. You do that, mate. You're lovely for that. Jeff Stellers just said about Gabby. Seriously, he's just trying to get a reaction and not in a very clever way. Don't rise to the bait, lads. Trying not to, but, you know, it does wind us up a little bit, like, you know what I mean? But understand what you're trying to say. Still should an opinion to judge Eddie after 2 games. Simple as, yep, Abby, you're right. Paul, everyone's clapping, so I just got a donation. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Paul, love you, man. I fear a 2-2 against Norwich and a 1-1 against Burnley. Hope I'm wrong. That will not be a good result, by the way. Everyone's applauding Paul. That's what I like to see. Thank you very much indeed. So good to see Shelby putting in a performance. I gave him 7 out of 10 yesterday. Some of those shots were a real beauty blast from the past. I totally agree, baby. Totally agree. So one for me. And then I got Stuck Capping as well. Also not great. Why should we all accept defeat before even playing them? People at it as us, Henri Vieira and Nelka still playing for them. You could add Pires. Yeah, you could add Adams. You could add or the Theo Petit as well, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So let's be real. But Arsenal not a great team. But they did what they had to do yesterday because they allowed them to, especially in the second half with poor defending. Good evening, John Chatters. Good evening to you, Dave. All you okay, mate? And really hope that Eddie get a massive roar of welcome on Tuesday. I'm sure he will. 200% he will do. We don't judge a play after 2. So why should we judge after Hull after 2? That's a fair point, that, mate. That's a fair point. You didn't find 4 in the latest Boston. I'm indeed 7 o'clock, then eat. Join us for that. It's now nearly 5 o'clock. And so, come on, you're saying I was on a million miles ahead. Don't be silly. We'll catch them one year. Let's be real. But I tell you what, 1-2 you are going to catch if you're still in Premier League, and that's Spurs. They look an awful team. Take out Harry Kane and Min Son. They are a bang average players. I can understand why Conte is having a go. And got one for Ian. So, yeah, we judge how to 2 transfer windows. I personally wasn't sure about Eddie before he came in, but for F's sake, give the guy a realistic chance. Yep, totally agree. Unless we get a manager for Serie A, and I have my say on it as well. How Jules, all good, mate. Everyone's fine there. Love all you people on my channel. 32 watch. I did have 36 watching earlier on. Maybe they're having a tea. So understand it. There you go. And we seem to give teams so much time and space on the bar. They must love playing us. That's what we need to do. So, yeah. Going through. And then I got John, put the link to your fans forum in the comments so people can just come on rather than you send the link individually in the body. Yeah, I will do, man. So you got to show us how to do that properly, mate, if that's okay. Because I've seen I've been struggling doing that as well. But I'll probably give you a ring after that sort of thing. I'll definitely do that, mate. So as soon as I finish the show, I'll give you a ring, mate, if that's okay. But thanks for that, mate. Newcastle Norwich is on Amazon Prime. I'll be watching that. Of course, I'm all set up on Tuesday downstairs. So check us out for that. I should do the watch along 200%. I'm great. Hopefully over the 2 in the morning, sure permitting. And that's from Dave. I've got a couple more here. So I'll put it this way. If you can beat Arsenal away from home, then why buy any new players? We need new players anyway, no matter what. We can say get rid of the pundits of TalkSport. They are so-called do-gooders who are making a living right now, talking nonsense, and give their opinions so no evidence to back on. Yeah, that's true. We're out doing the research as well. It makes us laugh, really. These pundits not doing the research, and yet they're bigging up people like Steve Bruce. Yeah, saying that he should be here. Nah, hey now and that. It's match this Tuesday, Jules. It is, Nate. Yes, it is. Give it 5 weeks. The same people are hating on Eddie. You know what it is? I'm not going to cuss Eddie out at all because he is a decent manager. I'm glad. I'm saying it now. I'm glad he's here. We should have got him last season. Let's be real. And that's what it is. And, yeah, we get these 2 wins. We could be out the bottom 3. We could be out the bottom 3 if we get these 2 wins, if the all score first. I mean, Leicester's not playing that well, even though they won the day, right? I mean, Liverpool, Man City, can forget about them. Man U can be get at because I don't think their back four is that great. And then Everton are struggling. We can go to Everton to actually beat Everton. Yeah? Southampton away, that's going to be tricky as well under Hattenhusel as well. He seems to be getting it right at the club there. I've got one missing from. Thank you, Jules. You're welcome, my guy. Change the record, Ryan. At least 5 weeks is slightly less stupid than 2 games, but only just. Ferguson F1, Dave. Yeah. It's still snow up here, and that's from Dave. It's not snowing in Bristol, yes. But listen, at the end of the day, it's been freezing, it's been sunshine, but 7 Celsius today. That is a shock. I expected it to be -0, -2. But there you go. Right, I'm going to wrap up in a minute, guys. I mean, I'll tell you a second I'm getting on the contents I'm watching today. I mean, just check this out a second. Can't see it yet, but I'm sure it'll pop up very, very soon. And I'm definitely going to put the pin up as well. I'm going to give Paula and Leah a on after the show and just ask us to tell us how to do it. That'd be fantastic if you can help us a wee bit. So just gonna find those comments very, very quickly. How that burger van won't know what's hit it. That's from Paul. Everything's gone through. Lemon fresh. Hot and sunny here. Yep, a couple more wins. Comments will be up from Lee. -5 there. That's the back in Norway. Ed's are big enough here for me first. That's from Ryan. Good news from Dublin. Jordy's snowing, but that's northeast for you. Totally agree. Guys, got to wrap up here, by the way. But also, I'm going to get myself prepared. And like I said, I'll be back for the fans forum at 7 o'clock. Please join us for that. We're going to talk about Tuesday's game, yesterday's game as well. And also, quite a few things as well. Which players should be starting, set that sort of thing. And I've got a couple more comments before I let you go because I think it's rude not to sound about reading these comments, by the way. Anyhow, we'll get us out of the mess depending on what he does in Jan in the transfer window or transfer market. I think where the direct will be, we'll have a place in Bournemouth Eddie to discuss targets. Great streams, John. Thank you. Thanks, Kieran. What if Eddie Howard's trust and start use as well? I'll show you will. We have to focus on loans in January. No decent player want to join us in this position. Well, you've got 250 million, so you may as well just do it. Just do it. Just spend the money. Spend the money. And I 1 degree in Northumberland was -1 earlier on, slightly warmer. And an excellent stream, John Jordy. Thank you, mate. Jordan chat, Paul. Thank you very much, and thanks so much indeed for that. Take care, Sweeney and Thomas, and hello, ladies and forces back tomorrow night. Yes, it is indeed. That'll be on the World of Sports channel. Check out for that. Who would have joined Man City 7 years ago? But they did. Robinho did. You know, all the top players gone on as well. But Robinho was one world-class player that joined Man City. Fantastic, John Source. Thanks a lot, dear. Thanks very much indeed, my guy. The King of Northumberland. Oh, Tizio Quills. And I'm going to respect the burger van. Oh, magic. Oh. And I'm just going to go for as well. Everyone saw me like for John who eat a stock eat on the stream. I will do. I'll take it on with us and eat it on probably next year. Or maybe stay on the 2 View match review. Yeah, I'd love to go on there. Great show, John. Thanks for watching indeed. Man City on a relegation zone 7 years ago. 0 wins. Still got it. Likes from Paul. Thanks very much. Great show, John. Thank you, Lee. Costa of Manchester. Thanks, Ian. Thanks, mate. Thanks so much, Dave. Listen, thanks so much for joining, guys. I do appreciate that. Do smash the likes up. Do subscribe. And then please leave a comment section down below. I will try to get back. And thanks so much for the donation for my guy, Paul. I really appreciate that. And until then, guys, see you at 7 o'clock for the fans forum. And if you've got any questions or so set up, please leave a question, leave a comments in there. And then I should get back to you guys as always. And until then, watch what you're doing. Please stay blessed. Stay safe, wrap up warm, and remember, trolls out, bullies out.